Yes, Tony Parker.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No.
You want to meet him?
Yeah. But you asked for money.
No, it was simple. It was simple, seriously. The relationship is working. It's all evil.
He can't get anything by me.
Yet you were hiding a secret.
I think the press also wanted me to hate him. I'm a hopeless romantic, and I want a family, and I want that happily ever after. He wouldn't be involved with somebody else.
But Tony couldn't have been further from the dream husband Eva thought he was.
Eva felt completely betrayed, so she went to court for a divorce.
It was heartbreaking. When that's taken away from you, you go, who am I? And it was hard.
Eva Longoria had a fairy tale wedding to Tony Parker. Everyone thought that they were relationship goals, but little did Eva know that her husband Tony met another woman at their wedding and almost immediately started having an affair. For years, Tony figured out ways to cheat on Eva, but she was so brainwashed by him that she defended his every move until she couldn't lie to herself any longer. This is Eva Longoria's tragic dating history, so let's get into it. Celebrities, they are just like us. They get cheated on too, even if you are Eva Longoria. I mean, could you imagine cheating on Eva Longoria? Like, be for real. She's one of the most beautiful and talented actresses of the 2000s. She was everywhere on red carpets, magazine covers, starring in Desperate Housewives at its peak. All of that, and Tony Parker still decided to look at Eva and go and cheat on her only 6 months into their marriage.
Yes, Tony Parker.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you met him?
No.
You want to meet him?
Yeah. But you asked for money.
No, it was simple. It was simple, seriously. She came to the locker room because I wanted to meet the players, and a PR guy said that Eva Longoria is in the locker room, and I was like, who's Eva Longoria? She's like, a famous actress from Desperate Housewives. And I was like, Desperate Housewives? I was like, I don't know. And so he was like, can you stay, to say hi? I was like, oh, okay. And so when I saw her, I was like, oh, yeah, that's the girl I saw in the tabloids, I remember. So I remember, I thought she was very, very cute. After I talked with her dad, I invited him for dinner. And so that's how we kept talking, and at the end of that, I asked for a number, and I saw her the next day for brunch.
And when they appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show, we learned that Tony wasn't quite ready to be out in public with his new date.
When we had breakfast that day, everybody was coming up to us. Yeah. And so sports people come up to him and they go, "Give me your autograph." Oh my God! Yay! Yeah. And he's like, "Why is everybody asking for your autograph?"
But before we get into the cheating scandal that shook pop culture, I want to talk about Eva's first marriage. Before there was Tony Parker, Eva was actually married to another actor. His name is Tyler Christopher, a soap star from General Hospital. They tied the knot in 2002, but it was short-lived. They were both very young when they got married, and they divorced only 2 years into their marriage when Eva's career was really kicking off. It kind of reminds me of Jennifer Lopez's first marriage. It's like kind of like that marriage before their stardom, and once one starts to take off, they just fall through. There wasn't any big cheating scandal, they just fell out of love. But then came NBA star Tony Parker. They got married in the year 2000, and everyone thought that their relationship was a fairy tale.
And what does Tony think of the glitz and glamour of Hollywood?
He thinks it's so boring.
I'd rather stay home. I go to awards and show support, but that's not my favorite thing to do. To go to the red carpets and the pictures and talking, and she definitely changed a lot of stuff. How I dress, a lot of stuff. When I come to Hollywood, I have to put my little, t-shirt. I'm joking, but no, seriously, I had to change a couple of stuff, to look nice for her.
Both members of this celebrity couple have extremely busy schedules, and Tony gives Eva all the credit for keeping their relationship strong.
She makes it happen.
Oh, you tried.
So if the relationship is working, it's all evil.
I know. We talking about.
The only thing I can do is make it work for you.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a serious accident that changed everything? It's like a nightmare. One moment you're minding your own business, and the next you're in pain, you're confused, and trying to figure out how you're gonna deal with the amount of medical bills. And insurance, I mean, that could be a nightmare on its own. That is when I found out about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And trust me, they don't play around with lowball offers. They recently won $12 million in Florida and another $26 million in Philadelphia for crash victims. That is 34 to 40 times higher than what insurance companies originally tried to pay. And here's the best part, you don't pay a dime unless they win your case. So it is literally risk-free to go and file a claim. So whether you've been hurt in an accident or at work or just simply walking down the street, your case could be worth millions and you might not even know it yet. You could start your claim right now at forthepeople.com/Sloan, or you could just scan the QR code on the screen with your phone's camera. Thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. But like I said, celebrities are just like us, and they have their dark moments too, and Tony Parker was a terrible husband to Eva. I mean, let's talk about the French model Alexandra. She actually claims that she had an affair with Tony Parker while he was married to Eva, shortly after they got married, and she has the text messages to prove it. Now, at the time, Eva wanted to hear none of this. She's like, no, dismiss these claims. This is not true. I've only been married to this man for 5 months. He could not do this to me. However, Alexandra, the model, claims otherwise. She actually claims that she and Tony were introduced at Tony's wedding to Eva. Can you imagine your husband having an affair on you with a woman that he had met at your wedding? That hits different. She added that they had a 2-month-long affair that came to an end only when she discovered that he was cheating on her with a third woman. Like, where is Maury when you need him? Alexandra also claims to know about Tony and Eva's intimate life, and that there were things that Eva was not doing in bed that Tony wanted to do, which is part of the reason why he was allegedly looking outside of their marriage. I was gonna say, should I save you guys the dirty details? But no, that's why we're here, to talk about those. Quote, he said that Eva, sexually speaking, does not want to do certain things. She does not want to make love in front of a mirror and does not like a certain position. We don't have the details of what that position would be. Comment below. The mirror thing, honestly, I'm not like someone who's like rushing to a mirror. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to be like, whoa, you know, jump scare, and it's myself.
He can't get anything by me.
Yet you were hiding a secret.
I think the press also wanted me to hate him. I'm a hopeless romantic, and I want a family, and I want that happily ever after. I love the concept of marriage, and I love being a wife, and I was very devoted.
Would you haunt your husband when you're watching him get involved with someone else?
I absolutely will haunt
You would haunt?
him. He wouldn't be involved with somebody else.
But Tony couldn't have been further from the dream husband Eva thought he was.
Now, this little bump in the road is all that really was at first. Tony said, I love my wife. She's the best thing in my life, and I've never been happier. Eva then saying that Tony is nothing short of the perfect husband. So clearly, Eva did not want to believe that this was true, and I don't blame her. Like, what woman out there would want to think that their man is eyeing another woman on their wedding night? Tony actually filed a $20 million lawsuit against X17 Online, the celebrity website that first published the accusations that Alexandra had made. Now, just so you guys know what Alexandra's claiming here, she says that she met Tony in July and her relationship with him began in September of that same year. Alexandra contacted X17 with images of what she said were text messages from Tony and stories about their intimate life, involving Nutella, strawberries, and a vibrator shaped like a duck. Like a duck? Wait, I've heard of the rose, but like quack? Now, a reporter from People magazine was hired to go and interview Alexandra later in time, and this is what they're reporting. She claims that she went to Tony's wedding and claims that Tony made eye contact with her all night. She contacted Tony through an alleged mutual friend in August and asked him to call her. Tony obliged, and the two hooked up for the first time at the Park Hyatt in Paris the last week of September. The intimacy was great, she says, and was even better whenever Tony flew her over to his place in San Antonio in October. Why was she going public? Oh, because Tony was also sleeping with her best friend. I mean, really, Tony? If you're gonna go and cheat on Eva, like, how are you gonna go and cheat on the woman you're cheating with someone that she's not gonna be happy about? Another model named Ornella Irie is who Tony was allegedly entertaining. The last straw was when Tony demanded a menage a trois. Oh, a three. He wanted both of them. She wanted the world to know that he's not a faithful husband. So they get married in 2007. These allegations come out that same year, and then they go pretty quiet. I mean, we hear them talk about each other in a few interviews, talking about how Tony is such a great husband, how they want to be together forever. But it was in 2010 when the press started to pick up on something new, because on the red carpet at the Emmys, you could see Tony kisses Eva not on the lips, but on the forehead. Now, I know that seems pretty minuscule, but the body language experts out there felt like this was foreshadowing. In October 2010, a few months after the Emmys, they appeared on the Ellen Show, where they spoke about their trip in Croatia. Actually, Eva insists at one point that Tony can't get anything by her. maybe she had learned some lessons, like he's not going to get anything by her in this marriage, because if he was cheating on her with several different women, then she needs to turn on the Find My Friends or something like that.
So you just celebrated your 3rd wedding anniversary with Tony, and that's so like easier. It's like the golden anniversary in Hollywood, right? Yeah.
It's like we're halfway there.
You're halfway
We're
there.
halfway done.
If you can make it 6 years, you've done it.
Yeah, I know. That was us on our vacation.
Where did you go?
Croatia. That's Tony's hat, really.
So he surprises you all the time.
Yeah.
That's really good. Because you want to constantly be surprised and right?
Are you gonna scare me? Somebody behind me?
No.
I'm gonna punch somebody.
Really? No.
Oh. Okay.
Ellen is so corny with like bringing out people, like she's bringing out his husband. It's like, weren't they like, didn't they wake up next to each other? Like, okay.
He can't get anything by me. I'm like, no, not big.
I surprised you when I proposed. When I proposed, I surprised you.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
So he surprised you with the proposal?
It was not a surprise.
It was not a surprise.
It was a surprise.
Well, guess what? We got that great interview of these two together on the Ellen Show, and a month later, Eva is divorcing Tony. According to Extra, it looks like Eva found messages which confirmed that her husband Tony was cheating on her. It was later speculated that the woman Tony had cheated on with was his teammate's Brett Barry's wife, Erin Barry. This guy has literally no boundaries, no limits. Like, gonna F someone that he meets on his wedding day? Sure. Gonna go and F his buddy's, like, wife? Sure, great. Like, he has no moral ground. Now, Erin Barry took to her website to deny these claims, saying, "My friendship with Tony had nothing to do with the end of my marriage." So it looks like she was already going through a divorce. I don't know. This is why cheating is so bad. It's like a domino effect. It ruins so many different lives. At first, Eva wasn't saying much. Mario Lopez spoke on her behalf, saying that Eva wants everyone to know that she's devastated by the rumors of Tony's infidelity. She loved her husband and is heartbroken about their split. Now, even though Erin Barry was trying to deny that she was messing around with Tony, the text messages don't lie. That's why I love metadata and data in general. Like, you're not gonna get anything past me because we've got the receipts. A source claims that there was no physical relationship between Tony and Erin. There was texting that went on for a while and probably crossed the line. Which, okay, in my mind, this is so insane. I'm never gonna believe anything that this Erin or this Tony person ever say, because Erin's saying, "Oh no, you guys, it's not the truth." Well, then why are you texting another woman's husband? Also, Tony, why is he texting her? I mean, it goes both ways.
Although from the messages, it was clear it hadn't gotten physical yet, but it still caused a media outrage, and Brent left his wife around that time. Eva felt completely betrayed, so she went to court for a divorce. She then tried punishing him by asking for spousal support, knowing full well that she signed a prenup that ruled out spousal support. When that didn't work, she went on to date Eduardo Cruz, who was 10 years her junior.
It's sad when you look at that Ellen DeGeneres clip and Eva talks about making it to 6 years with her husband, because they don't. They got married in 2007, and only 3 years later, she is divorcing him. And this really took a toll on Eva and her self-esteem, as it would anyone. She was questioning, like, why me? Like, am I not the one he chose? Like, am I not sexy enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not smart enough? She says, but in so many of those questions, I immediately stopped and said, no, don't start doing that, because you could get stuck in that cycle. And I totally know what she means as someone I was cheated on in a past relationship, and I was like, I hated myself because of it, because like, wait, what did I do wrong? But they were actually a monster, and I'm glad we got out of that. Eva was pretty nice to Tony despite what he did to her. In some moments, she has joked that like, maybe you don't need to go and marry a basketball player, which actually, you know what? We've kind of learned that lesson on this channel, especially watching what Khloe Kardashian has gone through.
What was it like for you when it all exploded?
What?
When it all came out?
The marriage?
Yeah, when it was suddenly, the fairy tale suddenly was hit by this hammer blow.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was, it's the first time I'm talking about it, so I'm sorry. It was heartbreaking. It was, you know, I think it was disappointing because I had such an identity in being Mrs. Parker and being a wife. And so when that's taken away from you, you go, who am I? And it was hard. Sorry.
No, I didn't know you'd react like this, because I wasn't aware it was the first time.
Neither did I. But, you know, like I said, I would never speak ill about him or the time we had together. I really, really valued it. You know, 7 years together is a long time. I love the concept of marriage, and I love being a wife. And, you know, we tried our hardest. We really, really tried, and it just didn't work. We wanted different things.
Now, since their divorce, Tony has moved on. He's married a French journalist, Axel. I guess he likes the French. Remember the alleged cheating on his wife right after they got married. He said, "I am a new man. I've never imagined to feel so much love in this facet of my life. I never thought I'd be so happy." And it looks like they have a son together. So hopefully children had changed him. But, you know, if I was XL, I would watch this video and have his phone password and his location. Eva Longoria has also moved on. She's been married to a businessman named Jose Batson. He goes by Pepe, I guess. They've been married since 2016, and she has a child with him as well. Now, I'm glad that Eva has moved on and she's with someone who's at her level. For Tony, it turns out that his relationship was short-lived. Honestly, surprise, surprise. We don't know exactly what happened with his French journalist partner, but they did separate in 2020, and he put out a statement on social media confirming that he was single. I feel like for him, he did this because he wants like people on social media to know that he's single so that he can get back into the game, because like she's like his partner is not like the biggest public figure. They don't need to go and announce this separation because it probably wouldn't make headlines, but I feel like he treats Instagram like a dating app. He's one of those guys.
6:13, this just in. Some disappointing news for fans of former Spurs star Tony Parker. Parker and his wife are getting a divorce. Parker tweeted early this morning that he and his wife XL are ending their marriage after 9 years together. He says they decided to make the news public in order to avoid any rumors or speculation.
This comment reads that Tony has a deadline on relationships with women. For Eva, it was 8 years. For his wife, it was 9 years. So how long will the next relationship be? Another comment reads, "To avoid any rumors or speculation that he cheated on his wife again, ... It is interesting how they both decided to make it public so they could avoid rumors and speculation. Probably because this guy knows that he's already guilty and he wants to get ahead of it. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Have you ever been cheated on before? Comment below, like just a little yes or I've been there. I mean, I think that we all have been there, and there's probably people watching this video right now going through a breakup, through a cheating, or even their parents, there was an affair. I mean, there's so many different ways that you could be affected by that. So I just wanted to make this video, talk about this topic. And if you guys have any other video ideas for me, my email is SloanWellKnown@gmail.com. Bye, guys.